Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Plans, programs, agendas, schemes, diaries, timetables, and calendars. These things have no place, have no room for unimportant events like watching telly at 7 p.m. or playing video games at 5 p.m. or playing sports like cricket or football or basketball at 4 p.m. or listening to music at 4 p.m. Because diaries and timetable and schedules are for important events. So whenever an important event arises, we always delay or put it on hold or even postpone entertainment, postpone things which are unimportant, because an intelligent person will do that. A fool will always give priority to unimportant things. Kids or children, they do that. They give importance to games, they give importance to television or video games or sports or whatever, because they are children. They don't know the seriousness of life. But an intelligent man, a grown-up man, he will always give priority to something which is important, like education, like work, like family. So these are the things which are important in our lives. But whenever these things are compared with something which is unimportant, we always postpone the things which are unimportant, right? So similarly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in Quran, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا لَعِبٌ وَلَهْوٌ, which means that the life of this world is nothing but play and amusement. In other words, that the life of this world is nothing, just a pastime, just entertainment, right? So a fool would give priority to the life of this world as compared over the life of the hereafter, which is permanent. One thing is permanent for millions and millions of years, and the other thing is just temporary for like probably 60 to 70 years. So an intelligent man will always give priority to something which is permanent. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying the same in Quran. But Shakespeare, he got it right. He said that all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely plays. So this world is like a theater, right? Where an actor wears a crown, and when the theater ends, he removes his props and his kingdom also ends, right? So in this world, we are all like actors. Some of us are kings, some of us are slaves, some of us are heroes, some of us are zeros. But all of us, we have to bite the dust. We have to die, right? Whenever death comes, it rips us off from all our ranks, like our kingdom. If you're a general, if you're a prime minister, president, king, it will rip you off all your ranks, right? So this is how the life of this world is. If I give you an example of the biggest king, which was Pharaoh, right? He used to say in Quran that Ana Rabbukumul A'la, which means that I am your supreme Lord, like highest of all the lords. No one is like me. So what Allah did, Allah gave him death. He drowned him and he made him sign. He made him a sign for the letter to come, right? So he is right now, you can see his mummy in Egyptian museums, right? So the life of this world is nothing but amusement or a play. So what should we do? So having said that, it does not mean that we quit life, or it does not mean that we isolate ourselves. That is not the requirement of Islam. So so what should we do basically? So let me give you an example. Think of our life like a boat, right? So a boat actually needs water to float. So water is like the dunya, right? So now, how much water does the boat need? It needs water that could make it float. That's it. So the boat will always keep the water around it. But as soon as the water enters the boat, it will sink the boat, right? So similarly, our lives are like boats. And how much water do we need? How much life do we need? We need to keep it around us. That's it. But if we let it enter our bodies, then we'll be drowned. This world will sink us like it has sunk everyone else, right? We have all the examples. Quran gives us the example of Qawm Ad, Qawm Samud. It gives us examples of all those, all those nations, powerful nations, how they were all destroyed, how all of them are gone now. So the life of this world is like a play when it's compared to the hereafter, a serious event like hereafter, which is millions and millions of years. So we need to spend our life carefully, because Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharib aw abir sabil, like live in this world like a wayfarer, like a traveler who's passing by. He also said that ad-dunya sijnul mu'min wal jannatul kafir, which means that the life of this world is like a prison, is prison for the mu'min, for the Muslims, for the believers, and it's like a paradise for the non-believers. That's why you can see the non-believers always says that this is one life, so just enjoy it, But for us, it's not like that. For us, it's series of events. It is one life, but we have to spend it very carefully, because our akhirah, our life after death, depends on this life. So we are kind of prison means not like a strict prison. You are allowed to do all halal things, right? But you need to live your life carefully. You have rules, you have regulations. You need to abide by those rules and regulations so that you become a good example to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and also to the society as well. Because there's nothing in those rules and regulations which is against humanity or against the society. So my dear brothers and sisters, pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that this water, that this dunya does not enter our lives and destroy us and sink us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.